Hello everybody. Another video here today. It's a Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody who celebrates. So it is a good time to give a thanks to and remind what happened to the past. That we are all humans. So the video that I'm making it's about twin flames, but the union within. I made a I made a post ad about on Facebook about this. It is about the balance that you want to achieve, the balance that you want to go and have it. So, but what is a balance? If you take a look the post that I made it on the Facebook, I also went out and add the link. This is from biblio capable8.net. That's the descriptions of the third, fourth, and the fifth dimension. But we're talking about the dimensions as far as like the way of the soul way of life is, of what's going on into, because we are very focused into the material part, which is the three-dimensional. The fourth dimension, it's the magic, and the fifth dimension, that is the part where the miracles are. We are right now went to the five dimensions when we get an awaken. So we living on the three dimension, and we have five dimensional parts inside of us. But where we do, where we meet, we meet in the middle, in the fourth dimension. We're meeting into the magical world. We want to shift the planet from this three-dimensional material egoistic guise of I make the choices to the magical part when we actually begin to work with the divine energies inside of us. But in order to begin to understand those energies inside of us, we need to understand the higher part, which is the fifth dimension. And this is how we're learning to bring the fifth and the third dimension to a one dimension, which is going to be the fourth dimension. Because when we shift to the fourth dimension, we're going to learn to the sixth dimension, which is beginning to the angelic levels, and 10 between the fourth and the sixth. When we're learning in the next 2,000 years, we're going to bring the fifth dimension that is going to be existing into the earth. But the one right now, it's the more important to understand our fourth dimension world, the magical world that we are going to begin to unfold as the age of Aquarius are coming into. I wrote the things at the beginning about it. It's what is that part? That part is you to unite a lot of things inside of you. You to unite your desires that you have, like you want to desire everything with your actually needs of it. So your needs and your desires to become one, and then they become the magic. Like all of a sudden, whatever you're actually manifesting on it is going to match the reality of what you're going to need. Because it doesn't make sense you to have this humongous 20-bedroom house and you're the only one who lives there, and that basically doesn't fulfill your needs. You out of this, you can have it as the way you want it, but does that really serve the purpose? Because the maintenance of that house for one person, that it's got 20 rooms, and imagine there is going to be like 10 bathrooms, or and who knows how much other stuff is. If you were able to take care of it just on your own, you will figure out the difference, what I'm trying to say. The other part that you're going to balance inside of you is to understand it's your masculine and your feminine energies inside of you. They both exist. And since we are born either man or a woman, in a base of the society, we're getting separation. But we have the one or the other, and that's why we are chasing the one or the other. If you're a male, you're chasing a female. If you're a female, you're chasing a male. Simply because you need to understand this energy to unite it within yourself, but you don't understand yet for what. And since the both that they exist in you, if you're a female, you're suppressing your male part. If you're a male, you're suppressing your female part. And that's why for the man it's very hard to express himself, what's going on inside of it, what's the things that are coming up. At the same time, the females, they have a fear of what the things are, what the things are going on. But now, when the things evolve and more people become awakened, the males will have no problem to be out there speaking their truth. At the same time, the females, they're gonna feel the fear, and they're gonna become their own truth about it. Another thing that's gonna be really shifting the shape, that was gonna be between the understanding between the sexual desires and intimacy. Your secret sexual desires, they're gonna be coming together with an intimacy to look at it for that partner inside of you that you were going to be with, so you can be complete. The only reason for that is that a lot of the males out there, they keep looking for that female part, that it's gonna be so perfect for them to fulfill this part inside of them between desires and intimacy, the sexual desires and intimacy, and to complete them, but with what? The most important part to complete them is with the understanding of what's going on inside of it, of the personality, and to fulfill the satisfaction of living a life. As a female, that part of the sexual desire with an intimacy is very important. Most of the females, they don't want to admit that they don't have an orgasm, or they don't have this part, because they're not fully open up into to that part, because for them the intimacy is very important compared to the male. For them the sexual part is important. So you have two beings coming in together, but they are in two different sexual languages of it. And when you unite your own sexual desires with the intimacy, and you understand that what you know about sex is completely different, then the union inside of you is going to become uniting those parts, and you're going to feel complete. You're going to feel complete and ready for what's coming up. And this is going to be the part when the man is going to evolve from a boy to a man, who actually is not afraid of to do the things that he needs to do. And the same time, the girl is going to evolve to a woman that she's going to be telling everything that needs to be communicated, because the both two individuals going to learn this understanding of oneness, so they want to live this magical life in union. And this is why the twin flame comes in, because they understand this part, they have a knowledge of this part, and the twin flames comes in to bringing it up. It doesn't matter if you are in an actual physical union, because a lot of the people there, like physical union is the most important part. You need to understand the first union that exists is in the soul. The second union that comes in, it is in the heart. And the last part of the union, that is the physical part. Most of the twin flames will not have that physical attraction. The reason is that physical attraction is not going to come up until you understand that you need to love with your soul, not with your physical parts of it. And you will understand that the physical part is just the physical body part, and you need that time you gaining this understanding, because you learn everything. You learn in the soul, you learn into the heart, so you can understand the final part, that whatever it's in this physical realm, it's only temporary. Your soul is gonna live after leaving this body, one way or another. The soul doesn't die. You know deep inside of you that it's the truth. And how you live this life, it's determined of how you understand yourself. You won't be able to understand your partner if you don't understand yourself. And this is why most of the twin flames, they are getting ignited. They are doing one thing. They're doing their own studies, their inner work, to have this union within. They read the posts, they read the materials, they come into it, so they can create this inner balance inside of themselves, because when they reach the balance, their twin flame is going to be allowed to reach their balance on their own. This is the individual inner work. And to remind you that the twin flames also have two different egos, okay? Each one of them came to a different parts. Each one of them, they have a different values as ego, different education as egos, different experiences as egos. And that's why this inner understanding within the soul is going to help out to overcome this ego part that will come up. I posted on that post on the Facebook that he mentions. Really like you if you can be looking at it. They're only the third, the fourth, and the fifth dimension. The link it's very good. I posted out it before, but right now bringing in this more as another layer, as another next step that we need to walk, so a lot of the people can get the guidance and the informations of what is the processes going on into, because the more you unite all this part, the more balanced you'll become, and then you will have that peace inside of the soul, and you're gonna feel like normal, and you're like, finally I can keep on walking. I don't have to be so much stressed with all those energies, simply because you already unite the energies, you use an energies, and you create actions within energies. You work this part out now. Well, you put all these things in union, because the divine right now is going to work with you about to create the magic, to create your 4D that you are focused on going on. You're focused on living into, move from the material and going into the magical world. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope and helps a lot of you out there. I hope you understand that you need to stop separating the things. You need to begin to unite the things inside of you, and that will make you more complete. It will help you in your life. It will help you in your relationship life. It will help you in your work life. It will help you out of the spiritual life, because you're going to have this balance inside of you between the spirituality and the material world, because you will know that when you are at work, you're performing in the material world, but you are out there, outside, and you work at the spirituality, you will have the time for your spirituality part. At the same time, you will find the time for your loved one, but also you will have a balance to find a time for your friends. So everything inside of you will become evolving around this part, a balance, and this balance is going to make you much more better, but not only for you but also for the society. So thank you so much for watching the video. I appreciate you. Be loved. I'm looking forward for your comments.